First topic, man. I was perusing the timeline as usual. Came up on a clip from the Joe Budden pod in where they were speaking about the incident when him and Esso and how they kind of smoothed it over. But he said something interesting during the clip. He said that if we are just because I love you in real life doesn't mean that I want anything to do with your business, right? Specifically, if he had friends in the content creation game, Queen's Flip doubled down and said that he wouldn't, some platforms he doesn't go on because he wants to protect different relationships. But if his friends want him to be a part of the business outside of coming on camera, then he would do that as well. It got me to thinking, about friendship and how people define friendship, how people define support, right? To me, I would think that if we rocking, then you would be in on the things that I got going. Everybody doesn't feel that way. I want to know how y'all feel and how y'all took it. If you are friends with somebody, how do you feel like the support or what it should look like?
I'll say it just really quick and then I'm gonna mute up for a little bit. My thing is you don't have to get in the weeds with me as my friend. So like, for example, if I did content, right? If I had a friend that's not into that, I wouldn't think, oh, you're not my real friend if you don't come and participate in my content. But there is a way to be a supportive friend no matter what. And from the video you sent, Rashad, I kind of get what Joe was trying to say. Joe speaks about it in a very like direct kind of asshole-ish kind of way, but I don't disagree with him. Like, just because I'm your friend doesn't mean I have to come on my show. It's like, I could be your friend and not come on your show. Also the behind the scenes on this particular topic, I think there was like some words that were said or somebody that was on that podcast that Joe wasn't really messing with. But it's like, I can still support you and wish you well. I can still do other things to support what you got going on, but I don't necessarily have to give you my likeness to be a good friend to you. But I also, side note, do think if you call yourself my real friend and you in this game and you doing content too, and you don't give me no congrats, you don't support me, you kind of almost give like, I ain't really messing with that. I don't know what type of, that's some weird levels of friendship in my opinion.
Yeah, for me, I don't know. I have a different view. Like I said, because there is nuance between Esso and Joe, and so I don't necessarily want to hang on that. I just want a more of like friendship. If you are my homie or women, y'all got girlfriends, and you start a I don't know, a lash business, or you start doing nails or some shit like
Oh,
that,
I
right?
actually
And
did. So what? All my homegirls didn't buy my lashes, but they did support
how
me
did you feel about that though?
because they didn't all wear lashes. Now the ones that did, but some of my homegirls that wasn't really into makeup and stuff like that when I was selling lashes, they didn't always buy, but they did. Like there was like a couple that did. First people in line. Like the people that really fuck with me sold me out. Like, I mean, made me cry type sold me out because they're like, listen, I either want to help you or support you, or I'm going to post it on my socials to make sure you get the business you want. There's other ways to support. And so, like I said, the friends that I know that wasn't really into like beauty and shit like that, they still helped me. They just didn't do it directly. And that still was beneficial because I sold out.
Yeah, I feel that. Go ahead, 10, then Kenya, then Cortland. What's the word?
I think when it comes to like friends and business, like it depends on what type of business you got as being my friend. Cause like if it conflict with me morally and what I believe in, I can't support it. And that don't mean I'm not your friend. That just mean I can't support what the fuck you got going on. When it comes to something like
Hold on, wait. We
podcast,
got to chew the food, 10.
oh
this
my
nigga,
bad.
this nigga
Give me a
hungry.
second. Give me a second.
Lord
Go
have
ahead, Kenya.
mercy.
I I
Damn,
I
Ted.
agree with like what Jonay said. I had some like experiences with that. Like I had a friend and she's still my friend, love her to death. I was just talking to her earlier. But she had like a phase where she was really just doing stuff, right? And this was like the entrepreneur boom. She was doing just any and everything. All right. I'm telling you, she hit about 4 or 5 different industries. So when she started doing the lashes, she wanted me to, to do lashes on me, and for her to be able to post it on her page. Now, she also still like wanted me to pay for the service, and it wasn't cheap either. And I supported her, but God forbid, like she wasn't really there yet. So child, my eyes was glued shut for about 3 hours. Like we was trying to pry my eyes open. It was a big thing. Then after that, she started doing braids. She wanted me to pay her to get the braids done. The braids were not to the level yet for what she wanted me to pay for the braids. Now, I wanted to support her, but she just had this confidence, and I guess you're supposed to do that, but I do think you have to walk a fine line when you are wanting people to support you and promote you, and that's not matching up with where the business is at that time. So I've had a few of
That's a good
those
point.
experiences. So kind of what I like to do is I will always post you, I will always promote you, I will always pass out any business card, I will tell people about you. But I think like as far as being a model for this or you doing this on me, I don't feel like I should be forced to do that just because I'm your friend if I do not believe in the quality of work just yet.
I feel that. Go ahead, Tim.
Oh no, I agree with Kenya. Like, if your quality ain't up there, nigga, that don't,
You ain't
but
gonna
that,
let you ain't gonna let your homie shape you up if he smart
man,
barbing.
no, I don't, listen, I'm not rocking your t-shirt. I'm not doing none of that shit if the quality ain't there. Cause like, one thing that gets blurred is like, people that be in business and then like, be friends, they think they entitled to my money. And you're not. You know what I'm saying? You want to start this t-shirt line. I don't wear that shit. So I'm not spending 40, 25, $100 for that fucking shirt. Why? Just because we homies? Nigga, I'd rather just give you $5 or however much the shirt costs. Like this, like, it'd be too much entitlement just because we friends when it comes to business. Now, if we do business together and then become friends because we're doing business, that's different. But hey,
I
Outside of
also,
like
mm,
monetarily, do you think that they're like, say your friend got some bullshit ass shirts, right? Hey fam, I ain't fucking with these joints. I ain't wearing them, but nah, I mean, is there something that you could do like to support even though you don't believe in
yeah.
that?
I mean, it like, yes, there's something I could do, but there's like a checklist here. Like, yeah, I could repost your shit. I could be like, I could post it, whoop de whoop wop. But then it's also too like, I have to look at that like, okay, if I repost this, what message am I sending? So that's where my morals come in at, right? Like, you,
It's just an ugly
Yo,
shirt.
it's just a shirt. See,
What
okay,
I
hold
don't
on a
give a,
second. And I think this is like the difference between like
now,
men and
now
women,
you got
maybe.
people thinking I support ugly
No,
clothes.
no,
I
no, no,
don't.
no, 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 no. See,
Not
and I
Mr.
think,
Polo Down.
no, that's caught me off guard. Wait a minute. Um, but I think, is this the difference between men and women with how we view friendships? Because you my homegirl. I can support you no matter what, even if I don't like it. Even if I know
That's
you,
fake as fuck.
no, okay, no, it's not.
I don't
It's,
think
it's
that's
under,
fake.
no,
I
it's
don't
not.
think
Okay,
that's
let's
fake.
be very, let me give you an example, right? If I had a homegirl that do plates, like food, plates of food,
She did that too. This one we're talking
okay?
about. Yep.
Okay. Now, I don't have to buy the plates. Like, I'm actually going to tell you, I actually have a homegirl that could cook for real and was selling plates. And it was good. But I just feel like, does that mean I have to buy a plate every time that she sold it? No, because some of the stuff she was cooking, I didn't want to have every time because she was cooked very heavy. But I knew that the food was good, or at least decent enough to be sold. She wasn't hitting nobody upside over the head with no prices. So it's like, what do I look like being a friend that can't even at least post? Okay, so and so got plates again this
Well,
week.
you would look like still a friend. See, the thing about this is there's a fine line between me supporting you and you wanting me to support your business. It's a difference. As
Well,
a
If
but
you
friend,
your
support
business
me,
is
you would
you.
support my business. If you support me, you
Yes.
would support my
well,
business.
if that's
That's
the
fair
case,
to
if the
say.
business is you, then you a brand. So then
No,
now that
no,
means,
no. That you're supporting like All
The
right. So
things
that's what
that
I'm
I
saying. I
do.
think men, I think it's just a man thing. Y'all see things so segmented.
Hold on,
We
wait.
don't.
Let Cortland give a man's perspective. Cortland, what's the word? How you feeling?
Oh, what's up? Nah, I kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of like torn in the middle. Like, if it depends, like, if it's something like what Tina said, like a clothing line or something like that, and I don't rock with your clothing line as far as like that's not my style, then I might just rock with you and be like, hey, your shirt costs $50, bro. Here's $50. All right, keep the shirt. Like, here's $50 though. I'm support your business, right? I might even shout it out. I might even be like, hey man, my boy got a clothing line and some dope clothes over there. Go check it out, right? And drive traffic towards your site or whatever, towards your line. But that don't necessarily mean I gotta wear it. Now, as far as uh what Jonay and them was talking about, like plates, things like that, where it's like you're actually producing something. If the quality ain't there, I don't want to support it, and then that fall back on me because then that's my reputation on the line. So if somebody be like, "Man, that shit was trash," and that nigga told me about it, now I look crazy, right?
But
So like,
y'all
I'd
be
rather
thinking y'all reputation about to be in the trash for what? Like what type of reputation? Like this is why I be thinking it'd be like, y'all thinking too deep about it. Your reputation for what? Are you a chef? Like what you talking about? Like if somebody, like if it was like, oh, this was bad and Cortland told me about it. What
well,
reputation
no,
about
Jonay,
what? A chef?
but I'm a brand, but I am a brand.
Oh
So
my God. Y'all niggas
regardless
be,
of
oh brother.
Oh,
so
brother.
It don't matter.
regardless,
What brand? Hold
But
on. What
Court,
brand? Cortland?
but
It
Court,
don't matter what
And
reputation.
how would it be tarnished if this nigga got nasty oxtails?
Yeah.
What
Like
that
what
got
they
to
can say,
do with
oh
you?
no,
I'm
Cortland told
not
him about the
right.
nasty
I
ass
don't think
oxtails.
that that's
I don't
realistic
think
that
that's
people are
realistic at all.
holding that
Well,
against
no,
you, that that nigga
it's
had
as
nasty
simple.
oxtails. Cause he might have
It's
had a bad oxtail day, right? Somebody else might have had a better experience on a different day. But Cortland, you're more so saying what me and Jonay is saying. 10 is saying that he feels like he shouldn't have to personally absorb or use the product, and he feels like he should not have to promote the product, and he should still get to call himself your friend. I don't believe in
yeah,
that.
because the most I'm gonna do, like the most. See, this is why I say it be a whole bunch of entitlement. Because long as I hit you and say, bro, I'm proud of you, congratulations on your new venture, that should be enough.
Yeah, say that
Niggas,
publicly. Say that publicly,
Put your
babe. I
money
know.
where your
No, no.
mouth
Support
is.
me in public. Don't support me in private. Support me in public.
that's fine too. That's cool too.
That's
But
all we
still,
saying. A little shout out. Shout
well,
the
no, no, no,
business
no,
out.
no, 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 because it has, because, right? I could, like, so you pretty much telling me, hey, put your morals
What
and
is this
what you believe
business?
in to the
Are you talking
side.
about who? What friend of yours has a brothel? 10. What business
Yeah.
are you talking about that you
I got
cannot
a partner that
morally
own the strip club.
support?
Hold up. So here's the thing, right?
I
Because
got
I
a partner
think,
that own the strip club. You want me to promote this strip club up and down my timeline? No.
No, I
hey, the
wouldn't.
girls doing the
No,
girls doing
but
the
we're not
promotion
talking
for you.
about extreme thing. But
But this is what
niggas,
I'm
most
saying,
niggas don't
10.
got strip clubs.
A lot of times niggas start business, right? And
If it's
it's not
quality.
to the level of, I don't know, market level, because they're just starting out. A lot of people have great ideas and they need to work their way up to that. I think that, you not supporting it until it gets to a level, and then you go, people could say that that's fake.
Well,
People
no,
could say, where was
I'm
you
not
at when
even
I
talking.
started?
I'm
Nah,
not
it's
even
like
but I
back
talking
don't
then you
about
think
didn't
that's
not.
want me.
fake.
Now I'm
Hold
how
Let
you
on.
me
all
get this
on.
I
So
strip
we
don't.
club
having
plug
like,
in.
so real
Plug
quick, we
in real
having
quick.
like a few different arguments here. So like what Rashad is talking about is like a quality thing, right? I'm not supporting that shit either. Because if it's like, and I mean like supporting it as I'm gonna spend my own money to get your product. I'd rather send you $50 and be like, here you go, bro. Use this to help your business grow than me like buying some shit and the quality gonna be ass. Right? And I'd rather just tell you like,
But how will the quality get better if he don't have more people helping? If the quality is kind of like subpar and he's just starting or she's just starting, how can quality not get better if you don't have more money and access? So my thing is, if you
if
know
that's
you
the,
Well, Jonay, but
hold on,
that's why I think.
well, can I finish really quick? So what I'm saying is there's a difference between a get rich quick, like, okay, I get the point. If you like, man, this nigga, like kind of how Kenya said, no disrespect to her friend, but it's like you got some of them friends that just always trying to find some get rich quick something, right? But if you knew like Rashad is your homeboy and he been doing this and been grinding and been trying to put work, he been working 2 jobs to save up to buy his podcast equipment, and he been putting in the work and in the hours, and then all of a sudden he wants to say, okay, September 26th, my pod is launching, and that he done put the work in and he's an ethical nigga. You gotta say, well, I gotta wait till I hear the podcast first. No, you gonna fuck with your homeboy and at least give him, say, hey, salute to him, retweet the shit. You see how easy it is to retweet?
Right.
That's still support.
But that's not what we're talking about.
No, that is what we're
Hold
talking
on. Let me
about.
read these 2 quotes that I put in the jumbo. Kari said, "My homeboy has a clothing brand that I'm not a fan of personally, but I still wear what he gave me sometimes and promote. It's not bad design, it's quality. It's just too hood centered for me at this point in my life, but others fuck with it." Marlo says, regarding to the shirts, quality matters. I'll buy one, but I won't keep buying some bullshit. Yeah, that for me, that is kind of like my mindset, right? I'll fuck with you as far as I'll purchase something from you and I will promote. But if it's not my speed, it's just not my speed, right? I'm not about to promote. My homeboy start bringing red monkeys back. Like, I'm not putting them goddamn jeans on, right? But I'll fuck with you and I'll shoot you something. I'll promote, hey, cuz doing XYZ. If we going somewhere, like, I'm big on that. Like, when I was rapping, like my other homeboy, Breeze, he was rapping, like anytime he had a show and I didn't, like I was always up there as like the hype man, right? Or doing the ad libs or passing out CDs and shit like that. That's me. Any way that I can help to bring, light to what you got going, I'ma do it because I fuck with you. You the homie. So I don't necessarily like try to judge like, well, is this quality or is it not? Or what you gonna do with it? Or it really don't matter. You living out your dream and you doing something that you feel like you got, that is meaningful and purposeful to you, then I'll fuck with it. Go ahead, DB.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Uh, I kind of agree with kind of some of everybody. If it's a product that's on the market, you trying to. I understand a startup. You might be struggling and trying to get to. You probably can't afford X, Y, Z as far as certain qualities, depending on what the business is. Um, so I could be understanding, but nigga, you ain't finna overcharge me. I'm also this is my nigga. I'm gonna let you know, like, fam, you this ticket is too much for what you trying to put out to the people. Cause like, be fucking for real. How long? And you trying to have other people come in on this? Like, make this shit make sense. So is
That's
that
another thing.
aspect
That's
one?
another a
Go,
space that I
go ahead.
wanted to get to as far as when you do support financially, um, are you paying full price or are you looking for a discount? Right? Because to what DB said, I don't know exactly what the situation was, but we hear that a lot in where, because I know you, because we got a rapport, hey man, ease up on the price type shit. And where my
No,
mindset
I hate
is, if
that.
I fuck with you, then I'll pay you more,
But
right?
that's a
Because
part.
I
I
do
think
fuck
that's a
with you. I
part
think
of
people have that
bartering.
You
backwards.
gonna overpay?
But
Yeah,
not
I ain't never.
literally. What I'm saying is, if I fuck with you, then you should be willing to pay that price,
Oh, full
right?
price for sure. Yeah, like
Instead of looking for, hey man, we go back, man. Let me get this for this, that type shit, because you do hear that a lot. How do y'all feel
yeah,
about that?
yeah.
Yeah,
I ain't in the whole mood to
If
get
I'm
no
running a
discount.
business,
I hate a nigga coming up to me, hey, fuck with me, big bro. No, nigga, fuck with me, man. You go to everywhere else and don't ask them for no discount, no nothing. You pay whatever price it is and all of that shit, nigga. Come over here. If I got something for sale, pay the price. I don't want to hear all that haggling shit. Cause I
yeah,
ain't gonna haggle you. If you got something I want, I'm gonna pay whatever it is.
yeah. For me,
right?
I'm from the hood still, nigga. So I'm gonna always try to finesse. I don't give a fuck, to each
Your
their
friend?
own.
That
I'm
ain't finesse,
always
that's begging.
not begging.
Yeah,
I'm
nah.
saying, okay, I'm gonna try to get a deal on this shit. Like, whether if I'm buying 4 shirts or, not only probably 120 for the four. I got 100 for you, cuz, for the four. This me, nigga. Here go my huncho. Take that.
God damn.
You not going to these stores that
I
you
know you was
like
finna go there.
and
That's
asking
definitely not
them.
going to Gucci for haggling.
I was about, I don't
Right.
even
Talking
know.
about bundle
Okay.
me for a
And
belt.
hold on, but that's
Look,
Security.
my, but that be
You
my,
getting
what,
escorted
but
up
that be
out of
my
what
here.
I could
problem
go in,
with,
well, I can
hold
go
on.
into my bag, cause I was still talking, y'all, but 1 second. If I could go into my bag, in my finesse bag, and be like, yo, whether it's the club, like I know the manager, I know the owner. Well, look, nigga, I'm coming in here. I got 6 bitches with me. I need a section, but I'm not paying you motherfucking 1,800. I'm gonna give you 14 or 15. Fuck with me. You know what I mean? So it's certain it's certain things that I'm gonna try to finesse and get my deals and woo up the bill like that. Like if I came to Luci and I hypothetically, nigga, I want 8 purses for my bitches. I ain't finna pay no motherfucker 3,200 for all 8. I'm gonna try to finesse, man. I might try to get it for 28. Like,
Oh,
I'm
you
just
done lost
saying.
your mind.
I'm just
This
You done
nigga.
saying.
lost your
Yeah,
mind.
I'm
nah,
trying.
that to me is
I'm
crazy.
just. I ain't lost my mind. I'm gonna try to finesse a play like that. But
I
certain
hear you on
certain
the club
things. That's
thing.
all.
The club thing,
But
That's why I
yeah,
said
I
there's
hear you on
certain
that.
things you could try to
but
finesse as a nigga.
Go ahead, Cortland.
but my thing, I guess my thing is like we don't do that with no other establishment, but then we go to our establishments and our people and be like, yo, fuck with me on the low. Why? And then we wonder why our shit be failing because y'all don't want to pay full price. Like
Is
it just
that
don't be
a
making sense.
is that a just throwing it out there, and I'm not saying it's you, DB, but is that a
Yeah, it's just a
level of
black
lack
people
of
thing.
respect?
No, it's just some nigga shit.
Because the way that,
Well,
but
why you ain't a nigga
the way
everywhere
that
then?
I look at it, the reason why I don't think that it would be prudent for the business owner to do that is that at the start of whatever you're doing, your clientele mainly will be the people you know. So that will be family and friends and friends of friends and friends of family and whatnot. So if all of those people are trying to short you or trying to get a deal, that's not a good way to start because you're losing. Like you're just losing.
Go ahead, Lucci.
DB,
What's the word? You letting folks haggle you?
let me tell you something. If Carrie Hilson paid full price for a purse, if Reginae Carter paid full price, if Chloe Bailey paid full price, if fucking Ari pay full price, DB is going to pay full price. I don't listen. Paris is one of my closest friends, and every purse that she got, she paid full price. Okay, I've dated women, literally like women, where they pay full price. They pay full price. Like I don't mix business with friendships, relationships, or anything. Business is business to me. That's the bottom line with me. I don't care who you is. Now, the only time I give discounts like that, like if you're buying a bulk of purses, is if you're a foundation, right? I just did a order for 82 purses for I don't know if y'all know the guy on Twitter, the one who owns the popcorn. He owns a popcorn business. He has a foundation and he ordered 82 purses from me a month ago, and I did a discount for him. But that's the only time I do, and that's because it's tax reasons. Outside of that, hell no, because it's business. Business is just business, bro. Like it's business. And if I'm gonna make celebrities pay full prices, y'all gonna pay full prices too. Like regular people are gonna pay full prices too. I do enough giveaways. I do enough uh shit for the community, paying rent and school shoes giveaways and shit like that. I do enough of that already. I'm not giving away my actual
Let
business
me
shit
ask you
as
something,
as
Lucci,
big.
because you did start this business, right? Your friends from round the way
Right.
or friends that was there early on, um, how did you view support, right, from them? Because you are buying purses, so I wouldn't assume that like your homeboys was, going out and buying the joints. But like, did you expect a level of support from the people that that were really in your close circle? And what did that support look like, if you did?
No, because like Athena wasn't my first brand. It was my first successful brand, but it wasn't my first brand. I had been studying business since like 2019, or not studying, but like actually like YouTubing and actually like opening and Athena was actually my third business, but it was the first business to actually take off. I had two businesses before then where again I was looking for that support and shit like that. And like after your first business, you kind of realize that like your support is not gonna come from like your friends and shit like that. I don't know what the math is behind. Hey, I'm your friend, so I'm not paying for shit. I'm not going to support you. I'm not gonna share your shit, none of that. I don't know what the science is behind that shit, but you actually have to market to people that just don't know you, like at all, like for support. I learned that early on from the first two businesses. When I opened Athena, I didn't really look for like a lot of my friends or for reposters or a lot of them from like buying shit, and I'm talking about like my close friends. I met Paris and them on here before I started after I started cleaning. So like it's a little different from like the people I actually grew up with. Those people, they still never I've been in business since 2021 to September. They still have never bought a bag from me. They don't share none of my shit on no social media, and I'm okay with that. I don't get mad at that.
But if
I'm
you took
fucking had
note of
already
it,
made.
then it is in your mind if you remember that they ain't did it.
Yeah, but like, don't ask me for shit. That's just it. Like, we can still be friends. Like, but when you need 10K because your fucking car is broken down or you need that,
10K?
don't ask me for
What
it.
kind of what
Like,
kind
that's
of
just
fucking
yeah.
spaceship they got?
Don't man. I just had a cousin call me and ask me for $6,500 a few days ago, and for
For a
for a
new
new car.
car?
No,
Yeah.
Were they supporting you? Cuz
yeah,
was
the
supporting?
fuck no. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't supporting me. They never supported me. No.
Yeah,
So
that
there's
makes
a no.
sense. But
Fuck no.
again, I use it as an example, Lou. I mean, I would have can't if I'm coming for a fucking. I'm gonna try to shoot for let me get 10 a bit or something. If I was to, I wouldn't just be making all right. Let me get this one fucking. For you, for example, you can get one purse for fucking it's 450, so give it to me for 425. Like, man, come on now. I'm not coming like that. I'm
Yeah,
coming,
but
yeah,
could
on
I
the
add
money.
something to what Lucci just said? Because I think what Lucci said is really, really important as a business owner, right? I can only imagine from Lucci's perspective, right? He's had three, like he said, he had some businesses that he tried, but his purse brand is the one that's like the most successful. I can almost guarantee that in terms of support, he means both posting, getting the word out, and money. Like, I don't think he's just saying, oh, none of y'all ain't never bought nothing. I think the buying is important, but if he knows if he has some family members or people that ain't really got it like that to afford the what he's looking